Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Parapalooza Fall 2021. My name is Keith Davidson. I'm going to be your host today from RCJ Productions. I want to thank everybody for joining us. It's going to be a very exciting weekend. Really looking forward to it. We have a great lineup for you guys this time around. Today's lineup, I'm going to go ahead and put that up for you. So you're going to be hanging with me for the next hour. Then at 12 o'clock, you're going to be joined by Wendy and Lindsay. They're going to be doing Haunted Dolls for you for 2 hours. That's a 2-hour show because we'll be bringing Elizabeth on, Grandma Spirit Dolls. And then from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we're going to hang out with Super Horror Show, talking about the horror genre. And then from 3 to 4, we got Questions for the Other Side with Transcendence Paranormal. 4 to 5, we've got Consciousness Beyond Death with Tony and Cherie. And then to wrap up the day, we're going to hang out with George and Kara. I believe they're on location at Nevada State Prison today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully get some live activity from them. So we got Aragon Stories on, Kathleen, Christine, Papa Joey. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. It's gonna be a great day today. Got a couple of guests here with me. Figured since they were on the next segment, bring them on and say hi. We got Wendy and Lindsay.
Hi, guys.
So how you guys doing? You ready for this?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, you are.
I'm tired.
Wendy's always ready for it.
Wendy's ready. Wendy wants to see what her girls are going to do. That's why.
I'm excited to see that. That'll be fun. So a little bit about RCJ Productions, just in case some of you out there don't know what RCJ Productions is. We are the production company that produces all these fine shows that you guys watch, such as The Truth About Beer and Bios to Books, Paranormal Partners, Highway to Health, and our latest show, Coffee Table Chronicles, which is only on Rumble.
Sometimes on YouTube.
We do a few on YouTube, but little edgy when it comes to topics that we cover. So YouTube.
A little sensitive on topics, we'll say.
Right, exactly.
Sensitive.
Very sensitive. So for this weekend, for this show, we are streaming on 3 platforms. We have our TTABA Facebook, our Parapalooza Facebook, and Parapalooza YouTube. So 3 chances to catch all the activity.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Wow. Good job.
Papa Joey's joining us.
Papa Joe.
Oh, George is on too. Hi, George.
Hey, George. Hi, Christine.
George is hanging on too.
George is hanging on too. Driving.
On the road to Nevada State Prison.
Very nice.
Sweet.
We'll
It's
have
gonna be
safe
fun.
travels.
Safe travels. Yep. So yeah, this is going to be, this is our 3rd Parapalooza that we're doing.
Oh my God, it is, isn't
Yep.
it?
So we kicked it off,
Last year.
right when the Rona hit, kind of.
In the middle of the Rona. Yep. Because
Yep.
everything got canceled because
Right.
we were supposed to go to New Mexico.
That's right.
And it got canceled. And
Yep.
I don't know whose idea it was. You or Joey's.
It was kind of a collaboration between Joey and I talking about it, but Tim actually came up with the name.
Oh,
'Cause we
yeah.
were talking about doing the festival.
Yeah.
And we said, hey, we should do something virtual because everything's canceled. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to do this kind of stuff. So we decided to do a virtual one. And Tim I think he just kind of spouted out it's a
Parapalooza.
Parapalooza. You know, we're like, oh shit, that's a
That
good
sounds
name.
really good.
let's just run with that. That sounded good. So yeah, so this is last time around. Amy with What the Paranormal did a fantastic job.
Amazing.
Of hosting all 3 days.
Yep.
So I give her a lot of credit for that because this time around we're only doing 2.
Yep.
Paranormal Underworld, what's going on?
Hey,
Speaking of Tim,
speaking
there's
of
Tim.
him, there he
What's going
is.
on,
Hi,
Tim? Yes, you are responsible for this name.
All you.
Yep,
It's your fault.
it is your fault. You started something crazy. So
And this is where we are.
this is where we are. It's gonna be exciting. So we have our whole group has an exciting week ahead of us. Actually, an exciting couple of weeks ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
A busy couple weeks.
So we're traveling to New Mexico next week.
Yep.
To Las Cruces, where we're going to do the Las Cruces Paracon.
Yep.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing a ghost tour. Friday night it is, right? Friday or Saturday night? Saturday night.
Saturday.
Saturday night's a ghost tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night.
I think it's a private thing
Yeah,
or
whatever
something.
we
Yeah.
decide we want to do.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. They got a great lineup too. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, to meet
Yep.
everybody who's there. We've had we've had some of those people on TTABA Dan Explain the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
counting down to the Las Cruces Paracon. So if you missed any of those, you want to go back and check those out. Good lineup, really good lineup. A lot of really fun people. You know, we had some
Yeah, they're
really
really
good people
good.
on the show. So
The biker chick was cool.
yeah.
She was good.
And we got
Yeah.
a shout out to Vicky.
Yep.
Yep. She's
shout out to
on.
Vicky.
She's on this Tuesday.
Yes, she's gonna be coming on with us.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's doing the guys' show right before we leave.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I
excited.
love Vicky. She's such a nice lady.
Yeah, I'm
know, I
really
love
happy
her.
we got to get her on too because
her.
you know,
Oh, I do too.
that's all her doing. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And she's just such a sweetheart.
She's. I love her so much.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So
I'm
we'll-
excited to be there with her all week.
Yeah, we'll talk about the different events. We'll bring up different activities that are going to go on during that Paracon. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be really cool. And then tomorrow, you and I are going to have Jay and Marie Yates on our
For Vulture
Paranormal
City.
Partners. Yeah, and then we'll
Cool.
talk about the next Paracon that's coming down the line, which is the
The
following.
3
weekend.
days off we get before we go do it all over again.
Yes. So
I've been nonstop.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Globe, I've been what I mean, just like every weekend I'm doing.
Well, and then
something
you were
all the
you
way
guys were up in Texas, right?
up in Texas, and then I went to Globe, and then I had one
And then
weekend off,
and then you're here, and
I'm
then
going
New
up-
Mexico.
and then I'm going to Vulture City.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
So we'll get a break on Halloween.
Well, I could do this 24/7 every day of the week, but
people don't pay
the
us to do it.
holidays are coming up now, so it's kind of like to chill a little bit, enjoy the 2 holidays, and start it up again.
started.
Yeah.
Again. That's
Here we
right.
go.
All over again.
And then we're working on a project which will really, after all this slows down, will really take.
We really need to. Yeah, we're going to take advantage of the cool weather up north.
Yes, exactly.
So naked. Oh,
Mike the Naked.
Naked. Hi, naked.
What's up, Mike? How
I
you
miss
doing?
you.
We do miss you. We have to have you on another show.
Haven't been on in a while.
know.
Did I scare you off, Mike? I love you. I do.
We have your bestest friend here, Mike. You need to stay on for next show. Your
Uh-oh.
bestest friend is here. She's in studio right now.
Who's that?
Julie. His bestest friend, Julie.
Julie.
I know. She's here.
Julie the Devil Doll, right? Doesn't know what he calls
She
her.
is not. I'm going to light her up with a red light for Halloween and take pictures and send it to him.
No, don't do that. That'd be mean. That'd be mean.
Make her creepy.
He already has nightmares about
I
her.
know, that's
You
true.
don't want to do that.
But she's
Julie's
so sweet.
Jinx, you owe me a
Stop,
Coke.
stop copying me.
Pinch
We'll-
poke, you owe me a Coke.
We'll find out next segment, won't we?
That's true.
So the funny thing is, if you go back to our first Parapalooza we did set up Julie
Hmm.
in one of the other rooms, and we had some really interesting stuff happen.
Hmm.
And so we'll see.
Now she's going to be in studio
now she's in studio,
instead
and
of next door with friends.
and Wendy's got hers with her.
Yeah.
With friends.
Sarah, right?
I got Sarah. I got Sarah, Betty, Scarlett, and Rose. Rose is my newest one.
Rose is the
The one that
chatty Kathy.
Oh, okay.
she's the one that set off my millimeter.
So we're going to see what we can do today.
That's cool. That's gonna be
I
fun.
know.
So what?
I'm in a full service. What did he say?
Who said?
Mike, very bottom.
Sorry, I'll put it up. Oh,
I
sorry.
love you guys.
Yeah, we love you, Mike. You got to get better, man. You got to get better. We
Hey, at
miss-
least people are taking care of you, man. Take advantage of that crap.
That's a good thing.
Seriously.
I wish I could be taken care of.
Yeah, Julie, that was crazy what
Mhm.
happened with Julie. If you guys missed that, you have to go back and check out.
Turned everything off. And was that during the show or was that after where everything started glitching and turning off? I don't remember.
I think that was
'Cause we
probably
I
did
think
after-
that was
I don't-
part of the after party, wasn't
I
it?
don't
That we-
remember.
That we had that.
Did we post the after party?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did. It was on YouTube. It was
Okay.
on- Papa Joey could tell us if he's still watching.
If he's
Um,
in there.
If
I don't remember if it was the
I-
actual show or if it was afterwards.
I think it was the after party
I
because
think
we
it was
had a
too.
bunch of people on.
We were watching it, and I think it was because I was sitting on the couch and you guys were in here, and you guys kept saying, "Oh, something's happening in there." And when I went in there, it was all frozen. So I think it was the after part.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to go back to that
Wait, Papa Joey said.
Oh,
it.
towards the end of the segment.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
and then it only got worse.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But So we'll see what happens. So Wendy, I got a question for you. You know,
Mhm.
since I'm not going to interact with you guys much on the next segment, I just want to ask you a question. I'm curious about what got you into dolls. What was it? Was it truly?
Well, it was Julie because I've never cared for dolls. Really, even as a young girl, never played with dolls. I mean, I played with
Me either.
the cowboy dolls with the horses. That was or little
Right.
army guys or whatever. But then Julie did her thing, and then I'm like, I was really skeptic about. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get one because it's just like one of those things. And then Darren, of course, is like, "Don't get a doll. I don't want that thing in my house."
Well, now you have to get like 10 of them.
Yeah, and so when I got Sarah, and I got her at a yard sale, and I didn't even think she
Mhm.
was, she kind of drew
just
me
cool.
to her. Yeah, and I thought she was kind of cool.
That's how we
And
ended
then-
up with Julie, though. Like there
Yeah.
was just something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I wasn't really. I was mainly wanting to get a doll just for investigation, just to have it like a trigger object or
Right.
whatever. And then when I got her, I took her to Darren's, and I did the little experiment with her with a REM pod. Just because when I buy new things that
You got to play with
I
it. Yeah.
just want to see, because that's just what I do. And then the REM pod went off, and all kinds of weird things was happening. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Now, as far as her doing things or
Well,
doing
and then
this-
wasn't it after that you told me? So like you were messing with her, and then you went to go take a nap,
yes, yeah, I
and
was-
that's when it started going off.
yeah, I was like in the recliner, chilling out, and I was dozing off, and then the REM pod went off right next to her, and I'm like,
Bleep. Yeah.
"Ah," And then the second time, I'm like, okay. Second time went off, and then the third time, I'm like, okay, I'm getting up, and then I went to get my phone to videotape.
Yeah.
it,
Right.
and she didn't do anything after that. I was like,
Put her on the
Stinker,
spot.
yeah.
That's what
She was like,
happened.
"Mm-mm."
But yeah, and again, I check the batteries whenever,
Yeah.
because you don't know.
Always,
You know,
because when
sometimes
stuff
they
gets
drain
towards
you.
the end, it gets
Yeah.
all. "Meh."
Yeah.
So-
But after that, I just started I'd go to because I love antique stores.
Right.
I love
Mhm.
antique stores.
You do have an
so
antique store
yeah.
problem.
I do very bad. But so just whenever I'd see a doll, I'd kind of okay, and and then I just certain ones stood out. Yeah.
So
Mike says he wants his spirit to haunt a doll, one of those blow up ones. Mike, I will buy you a blow
Blow
up
up.
doll and put it in the closet. Just come on over, baby.
just to have you stick around.
Just to have you stick around with us. We'll take you on investigations and everything.
That'd be funny.
You want a big girl one, or what do you want? You got to tell me. I will 100% buy you one.
Can't you haunt one of the Halloween decorations that we have? That'd be
Oh,
fun, right? That'd be
The
more
big
fun.
clown I want to get. That would be awesome.
Right, that'd be funny as hell.
Although it'd probably make fart noises or something. if
Probably.
it was Mike.
Just have it outside decorated, sitting on a toilet.
Right.
There you
There you
go.
go. With the Lowe's sign.
We'll
yeah.
get you a big, naked, Bigfoot and put him on a toilet and stick him in the corner.
There you
And you
go.
just hear these random
Yeah,
sounds.
exactly.
That'd be great.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny. I'm going to work on that for next year, Mike.
do it.
I'm going to work on that.
Just do
So
it.
I know Papa Joey and I had you on the Truth About Beer one night
Right.
talking about Sarah, and we did kind of a cool experiment with the
yeah.
was it the ghost tube
Tran-
we used, or was it
I think Joey used
Like
a
a- like a
translation.
well, we
language
did
app.
the translation thing
Yeah.
though, and we because you believe that she was German, right? Wasn't it
Yeah,
German?
because she's got a German
Right.
engraving on the back.
So
of her
we
hair.
started asking questions and then have it translated into German. We got
Was
some
it the
activity
spirit
off of
box
that.
or was
I
it
It
don't remember,
was
was it spirit box
that
or was it-
It was a spirit
responded?
box, yeah, it was a
That
spirit box.
responded. Okay.
And Joey and me it said something and it sounded.
That's right. It
German.
sounded German when it
And
came
we
back.
we all oh my god, is it sounding German?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I have a
well.
spirit box. So,
Yeah, I brought mine.
We'd have to figure
Mhm.
out
We
what
got
that
a
app
couple
was
of
again to
them.
try that.
Joey, what was
because-
that app?
Because that was really just a
Yeah.
neat experience.
Like he
I
just
mean,
typed in a question and it said it in German, I
right,
think.
right.
Yep. We'll have to. Now Michelle's got to make him a little toilet
To go with it.
to go on there. Hi, Candace.
Hey Candace, how you doing?
Hey, Candace.
The app was on my phone. Is it just like a language
It's-
app
I
or
think-
what
I
is
think it's a
it?
translation app. It's probably on your phone. That'll automatically translate stuff. We'll have to play with it.
We're gonna have to look into
because
that.
that was a really neat. I've always
That was
wanted to do
super
that again.
cool.
That was a really cool experiment.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was,
We
it was
can.
weird.
and even Jahan being French.
Yeah,
right?
we could do
You know,
French.
That was,
Yeah.
that was
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys are gonna have Elizabeth on, which is really exciting
I'm
because
excited.
she's
She hasn't seen any of Wendy's new dolls.
no, that's what I'm curious about. I'm curious to
Yeah.
see what she
so
says about it.
I'm excited about that.
I know.
And
Joey-
that little guy in the
No, he's
Yes.
creepy. He's
Ah,
staying in there. I don't like him.
No,
Joey, that's
Cocky.
your doll that she's talking
I
about.
love that doll.
He's
and
creepy. I don't even like him here.
Joey, I'm allowed to use
No,
him,
the
right?
little ones. I don't think the little one's Joey's. That's the one that came with your other guys.
Which one? The
She's
guy in the
talking
blue
about-
suit
Oh,
or the naked one?
No, the little creepy,
The
the,
little
one that
creepy
came
one
with
down
those
on the
two.
side.
other
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Joey's is interesting
Joey's
too.
is
Joey's
creepy.
is very interesting.
Joey's
No.
can. Ugh.
No, I'm talking about your little creepy doll.
He's not creepy, but yes, we can
he
put
looks
him
like
out.
He's got mental problems.
He does have mental problems.
He fits right in. Then.
If
It's
it's right
fine.
in
He
the
fits right in the
whole
house just fine.
So Elizabeth, she kind of got us rolling on this whole thing.
She started
because-
it.
Well, she didn't start it. We started it with the doll episode.
Well, we
but-
just picked dolls. We didn't really think anything of it, and then Julie had something to say
right.
and scared Joey.
But that's the that's the interesting thing though. Is
It was funny.
Almost took his head off.
it scared us all. I mean, it
Because it was
wasn't.
moving.
Yeah, it was freaking weird.
Crazy.
That was good.
That
But-
was good.
That was very good.
I just think you don't know when you buy stuff like that, whether it's from Anne
Yeah.
from Goodwill or anywhere you get
have
stuff.
not-
or,
I mean,
or like you got it
antique
from
store.
somebody who have collected
Yeah,
this stuff for
well,
a
these
while,
ones,
you
yeah.
know. So you just never know what kind of energy is attached to it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's great.
That's the one,
That's
Joey. I
nice,
don't like
but,
that one.
She
Mm-mm.
has red eyes. That's normal.
Mm.
For the
Nope.
devil.
Yeah. For possessed little beings.
Is that one here?
Yeah, it's in there.
I think so. Is it?
Okay, well, then we need that one. and
No.
that one. Yes, we'll get it on.
Well, you got to get Joey's permission.
Joey,
Well,
say
You-
no.
You don't want
say
to do
no.
anything with the
Come
doll.
on,
That's
Joey.
gonna
No.
affect the doll.
Come on.
So.
No.
No pressure.
No
Tell her no.
Hey, we Aries have to stick together, Joey. Come on
Julie's
now.
awesome. I am so, and it was so random. Like we were in such a hurry. We were rushing through because we had to get home and we had to stop by Goodwill. So we're rushing through, digging through this thing. And I just literally couldn't put her down. I just had her in my hand. And I still just remember you and you're like, so are we getting that one too? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Christine
So-
says because of Julie, I'm interested in it. It's funny what type of an effect
Mhm.
that. Ooh, you
she's
got-
not
You
here.
got lucky on that one.
Thank
Got
you, Joe.
lucky
You're the
on that
best.
one.
But you would have let it came on, right, Joey?
Yeah, but do bring Ann tomorrow. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. I mean, we're gonna be Joey and I and Jack are gonna be hosting all day tomorrow.
All day
so
tomorrow,
we're gonna
Lord.
have, we're gonna have to
Pray
have
for
some
my
fun
house.
stuff to do though.
For your house.
So tomorrow's got a good
Scared.
lineup too. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't
Yep.
wait. We got a lot of great.
We got
people
really
this time
good 2
around.
days.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really good 2 days.
Really packed.
I'm excited about George and Kara, especially if they're there. That'll be super neat.
That'd be cool.
Tony and Sheree is going to be really good.
Yep.
Tomorrow you've got an amazing lineup.
Yep.
So
I didn't bring it up because I figured I'd share that tomorrow. But just to bring up today's lineup again, real quick. So Transcendence Paranormal we had on our very first Parapalooza. So and I'm excited for Super Horror Show because you know
Mhm.
if you guys have never checked out his site, he does some incredible stuff. He
dude,
really
it's
does.
insane.
It's amazing.
like he
what
makes all that
does.
from nothing.
I know.
It's just
And he's
Mind-boggling.
He's good at what he does. I mean,
Seriously.
you know, you see some of that stuff out there, and it's like, it's okay. You can tell it's
it's
amateur,
cheesy
but,
almost.
Um,
But his is really good.
yeah, it was really good. And you reminded me this morning, which we're gonna have to maybe re-release. I think Papa Joey and I are working on another collab possibly this year, but we did our 12 Days of Creepmas
Yes.
last year, which
So
really
good.
came out good. And
We just started late. That was our only problem.
yeah, but
like,
I mean,
but it came out so good.
but Super Horror Show had a great hand in that
Oh,
at the
he did
beginning.
amazing.
And just
Yeah.
it was a great
did
collaboration
amazing.
between all of us, Emma, and Craig, and
Yeah.
everybody who
And
was a
everybody
part of
else they
that.
got in. Yeah.
I mean, we even got involved. I mean,
Yeah.
we did some things. Well, we sang the song,
Yeah.
and then Tim was involved. We had everybody.
We did
involved in
really
that
good.
video, and it was just
Fun.
it was a lot of fun.
You guys did a good job.
Yeah, it was neat.
Good
It
job.
was neat, and it actually had a good, pretty good reception too. So
Yeah.
we'll have to post that again this year, and hopefully come up with another collaboration, which we'll talk to Craig and Emma will be on. So,
Oh yeah, tomorrow, right? Or today? Tomorrow.
I think they're on tomorrow. I believe yes,
Okay.
they're on tomorrow, and they'll be talking about horror films. So, And
My favorite kind of films.
Emma's pretty incredible too. I mean, the stuff that she does.
She's just crazy.
Yeah.
Just I don't know how her brain can put that together. Like it's the same thing with Mike. I don't see those layers, those steps to get to the end. So it
Yeah.
amazes me.
That would hurt my brain. So
Mhm.
Oh, he's super talented at what he does. And I mean, we've all been involved with some of his projects as well. I mean, doing some voiceover
When was that one
stuff.
that we did where you had to scream?
Oh, don't remind me of that one.
It's terrible. It's so funny. It was like a haunted, like don't go in the light or something was one of his stories or something like that, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was. That was a good
Yeah.
that was a good little story.
That was good.
And then yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about doing another collaboration.
I
with them.
know.
It'd be fun.
Now we just have to figure out what we're gonna do.
Well, Papa Joey says they're all on board.
Heck
So
yeah.
everybody's on board
Let's
to
do it.
something. So we'll have to do something hopefully before December.
That would be ideal.
Not wait till
But with
last.
our schedules, probably not.
probably not. Yeah,
as you
probably
guys are like doing stuff all the time, I'm like, gosh, how do you sleep? Do you ever sleep?
not really.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
tired.
God. I'm like, good Lord.
And decorating for Halloween, which
I know,
is
the front
very
yard was
like
cool. I drove up my
oh,
oh,
it's
yeah.
so nice.
Darren would be so jealous.
I
He
know.
don't get kids at his house. So
No,
Aw.
no, and he's got so much cool stuff. And he's like a little 12-year-old boy standing outside waiting for
Nobody
somebody.
comes like for some.
I almost
Aw.
cried for him.
Let's put it out on Facebook that everybody needs to go drive to his house.
Oh, it's
Right, and go
Put it in a
go get
neighborhood
candy.
thing or something. Go get
and
candy.
He loves Halloween so much.
Aw, that's what he gets for living in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, no.
Who
I
else
know.
likes Halloween out there? Give us a thumbs up in the
Heck yeah.
comments, or give us a yay or something. Let us know that
Loves,
you like
loves.
Halloween.
Thankfully, Keith loves it, but it's not his first favorite holiday. It's his second, but that's okay.
No, I still love it though.
I know.
I love decorating.
Christmas is
so.
mine only because now I really have grandbabies, so it makes it so much better and special.
You know,
That's true.
Yes.
We may do a Halloween episode. I
about
don't think
time.
it's going to be live on Halloween, Christine, but
Because isn't it like Sunday?
it's Sunday, and I think Saturday we got something going on. We're going up
Going
to
to Globe to do
Ghost-
their haunted
Goes
thing.
to Globe.
Yeah.
So
I want to see it. They like stand on the corner with like
I know.
lanterns and
Yeah,
stuff and
I'm-
tell the whole story. We've never been there.
It's fun.
I know.
You have to
I'm
go.
excited
So-
to go.
maybe the Tuesday before we can do a Halloween
Oh,
special
there you go.
on Truth About Beer. We can do something
Heck yeah.
possibly. Yeah, I'd like to. And we always talk about revisiting the Halloween one. And the live one was kind of interesting that we did because we had a lot of technical
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, and breaking of
It-
glasses.
It was still
and-
fun. I mean, it was
Yeah, it
fun
was a
to do it,
blast.
but yeah, so we'll probably do something. for
Candace,
Halloween.
you do need to start decorating. I started like a month ago. Literally like September 5th.
And we probably have fines up the ass. from the
Probably. I
HOA,
haven't-
but
I
hey, who
haven't
cares?
opened my mailbox yet, so it's fine.
Hey, Vinny, thanks for
Wait till
joining
after
us.
Halloween.
I
Then
know.
open
I'm like,
up your
it'll
mailbox.
still be there. It's fine.
Vinny's going to Acadia.
Oh,
tonight.
Acadia tonight.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Have fun in Acadia.
Acadia is great. That's a fun place.
It's
Okay.
coming to the time of year to where it's going to be great because it's not hot as
It's,
hell.
right. It's not hot.
It's gonna be nice.
That's why we need to do a sleepover at the jail.
I've
We
been
should
trying.
do it.
I've
We
been
should do
wanting
it
to
at Acadia
forever.
too.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scorpions up there.
Not during the wintertime, there wouldn't be.
Oh, that's
probably,
true. That's true. That's true.
When it gets cooler. And
Okay.
Same
Could
thing with the
do that.
jail. I mean, you got to do.
You
the
get
jail
to
when
sleep
it's-
on the nurse's cot.
That thing freaked me out last night.
That's why I say that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I still
Yeah.
want to know what's causing that bed to shake when I wasn't moving. That was just freaking weird.
Yeah.
So-
Well, if we stay there all night, we
You'd
might
find
know.
out.
And then what was it? Was it Kevin? Brian was there, right?
Yeah, it
And
was Kevin,
then, Joey and Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
They were all at the table.
And the
when
millimeter was
started
shaking.
like
Yeah.
freaking crazy. That was
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah, that's on our ghost page.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys did
Kevin-
post it on there?
Kevin
Yeah, that
posted
was
That's nuts.
freaking weird. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have thought
Yeah. Uh-huh.
somebody was shaking the
Shake the table.
table,
Yep.
walking on the floor or something.
Yep.
But that was just absolutely freaking
Bullion
nuts.
Plaza. I've never heard of that. Hmm.
No, the yeah. Yeah, but I
In
think-
Miami. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
No, we only ever go to the YMCA in Miami.
Ben, did we? Well, I think we've investigated the Bullion Plaza, right? Help
Hmm.
me out, Ben.
Bullion Plaza. What is that? What is
I know.
Bullion
That's what I
Plaza?
was. Is it like a
I'm trying to remember.
room or like a?
I can't remember. It's been like a few years, so I'm trying to figure
It's
out.
a
'cause there's
plaza.
school we've done. It's a plaza.
The plaza.
Is it the school Is that what they call the Bullion Plaza? I cannot remember.
Is that what it is now? Maybe.
That's interesting.
I have to
Well,
check that
there's
out.
a school up there we investigated, and
It's
then
the old high school. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was okay. That's the one we did. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the attic, there's
You and Scott went.
Yeah, me, Scott, and Darren, and Rebecca.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's when Darren scared the crap out of Rebecca. Rebecca's never been
Out
scared.
of Rebecca.
Yeah. I know,
Seriously?
yeah. She almost had a.
Did she punch him?
It says surprise.
I told her she could.
I would have. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Candace is watching
man.
on Facebook. If anybody else is watching on Facebook, give us a shout out. We're streaming live on 3 platforms. We got TTABA Facebook, Parapalooza Facebook, and Parapalooza YouTube. So we will
That's
be
a
on
lot.
all 3 platforms
All day.
all day, today and tomorrow, with all our different segments. And actually, Candace is doing a segment on Reiki tomorrow. That should be that'd be
Oh,
a lot of fun.
I gotta talk to her about that. Wifey was telling me I need to start that.
She ain't your wifey, but what now?
My girlfriend. My girlfriend. Then
You're the side chick.
I know.
remember? Okay.
she was
Yeah,
saying
so-
that I need to do that because we were up at. Where were we at? Monday night. Not like I had to work 3 nights in a row, and we were investigating one of those nights. That's awesome.
You needed to do what? I kind of lost.
Oh, Vinny wanted to do the walkthrough at the museum for
At
the
the
23rd.
museum. Oh,
all
because we're doing
going
the
up-
tour, so we
we're
had to
all
go
going up
get.
doing the tour on the 23rd.
So we had to go
Okay.
get some
we met,
evidence and
yeah.
go through it and everything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I was up there and some stuff happened, and she told me that I needed to learn Reiki.
Reiki.
Yeah, Reiki. I need to learn that.
So there you go. Candace will be the person to talk.
So
about it.
Candace has got to help me out with that too, because Pammy
There
said
you
she'd
go.
help me too.
Yeah.
I don't know
heard that-
anything about
heard-
it.
Heard wifey is really good at that. Or she doesn't do it as much, I guess now, but she's.
I'll learn
been
from
there for a
everybody. I don't know
long
anything
time.
about it.
Well, you're going to learn tomorrow.
I'll learn tomorrow.
So I want to know if it helps open you up as far as,
Oh, I'm
being
sure it
more,
does,
being
yeah.
more receptive to things. 'Cause,
Then you need to do it.
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Mr.
always
Rock
looking-
over there.
I'm always looking for new ways to become
Well, it's the
more-
thing too. You got to clear your mind, and that's my problem because I can feel things and see, and mental, and like see things through my eyes,
Mhm.
but my mind is just very hard to clear because it's always that
Yeah.
little mouse running around constantly.
Yeah,
He never
yeah.
sleeps. But yeah,
that's still a hard concept for me to grasp. Balance of energy is good. Plus, with doing paranormal, yes, that I agree. Seeing through your eyes is still a concept that I have a hard time understanding.
I can't- yeah, I can't ex-
It's hard to explain.
it is. It's kind of like somebody said that. What was somebody said that on one of your shows is how did they say it? But it's not like you actually see it, but you see it.
Like a picture of it. Like you remember when you think back and you remember something and you
Yeah, it's
remember
kinda
it.
like that.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like you can picture what you remember. It's sort of like that.
Well, it's kind of like, I think I brought it up before. It's kind of like when you smell something that's
Yep.
familiar, you can picture what you're
What
smelling.
you smell
You
it.
can picture it in
Mhm.
your mind. So I wonder if that's why maybe for people like me, I actually block myself because I'm waiting to see a physical image,
Yeah.
Maybe.
See, and yeah,
right?
that probably would be there. Yeah, because if you're wanting to see a physical, it's not a physical thing you really see.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
It's-
sometimes, but not usually.
Because to me, when somebody says, and you've said it a lot of times on our investigations, he's right there. He's standing right there.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I'm expecting to
And
see
he's like-
something physical. I'm looking for
Yeah.
a shadow. I'm looking for something,
All right.
and I don't see it.
And that's
you're-
Darren too. He's like,
right.
What do you
he's like you. He's like, I don't
See
see anything.
anything,
He goes,
yeah.
I don't even feel stuff.
Yeah.
He's rare if he feels.
Yeah.
Stuff well,
Yeah.
But
It's usually his stomach.
yeah.
Well, no, the stomach thing. I mean, what was it? One of the times we went to Acadia, Joey got really sick to his stomach at one
Oh
point.
yeah.
It was weird. It was just in a certain area. I think it was
Mhm.
outside on the
Yeah.
patio. He was
Yeah.
getting sick to his stomach. So I think we do feel things,
Yeah.
but
You just
know,
have to associate it correctly.
Right. But as far as seeing things, your third eye. That's a
There
good
you
way
go.
to put it,
There you
Joey.
go.
That's
Yeah.
that's
it's kind of like maybe this is maybe you can explain this way, a projector type.
Sort of. So I was sort of thinking it's kind of like, you know, in the old school movies and you see like the
Yeah.
screen and then somebody walks behind the screen. That's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
just weird.
It's
I
like
can't
that
explain.
weird.
And it don't happen all the time. It's
Mhm.
like,
Right.
you know, it's just, and I mean, I did see one time a full apparition of a woman. That was awesome. I mean, that was just the coolest thing ever. But that's rare, you know, as far as I know, it's rare to see something like that.
Yeah.
But I was there at the right time, right place, you
Right.
know. the
That's
whole
like
thing.
Joey's Girls on the Side of the Road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I remember telling that story. That was pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Candace says, I feel with my hands, which gives me a visual. That's interesting too.
So I touch things. Like I'll go through and I'll touch something and it's like all that energy, all those memories come back.
Yeah, that's
So I'll go through and touch stuff.
yeah.
Close
my,
my eyes
yeah.
and see vivid pictures of
Mhm.
places and people.
It's kind of like that. Like you can see them. It's hard to explain.
It-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You have
and
to
I guess
figure it.
unless you experience
Yep.
it, you'll never understand it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what people like myself, and I don't want to speak for Joey, but I think is on the same page as far as we would like to see something. We would
Mhm.
like to physically see
Oh, yeah.
a full body apparition
And
or
that's-
something.
That's why you
know.
keep doing it.
right.
Just like me,
Right.
like I tell everybody, I can sense, I can see things sometimes. I can, you know, like the shadow guy at the
Yeah.
jail we're going up. I mean, he's totally like so strong
always there,
energy
yeah.
with me, but I want to experience, you know, and I say it all the time: a scratch, pushed, pull my hair, you know,
Yeah,
slap me.
something.
I want to experience the more aggressive side of it. It sounds weird, but nothing. I mean, I don't want him to like push me down the stairs and
Yeah.
break my neck type stuff, but I'd like to experience
Like have him push you into a wall or
everything.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It really surprises me because as much as you're affected on some of these investigations that we do, I'm surprised that hasn't happened to you yet.
And that's what trips me out.
Yeah.
You know, I've experienced some pretty intense emotions and you know, crying or like feeling angry or whatever,
Mhm.
but nothing has really as far as that has done that to me yet.
Right.
And I don't know if there's that block because I protect myself with God.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
So maybe you can't have
maybe I need to kind of, you know God's there if I need when I need him.
Yeah.
But let that kind of like, okay, I want to kind of open that up and kind of God, you know, God step back for just a minute. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I've been thinking lately about.
Yeah.
Try it. But then I don't want to completely get God from protecting me because I don't want something crazy to happen
Yeah.
either. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So it's hard to take
It's one of
that.
those balances I got to try to
ledge.
figure out how I want to do it.
Yep.
So because I think it could happen. I know it will happen if I allow that.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, that's why I'm interested in the Reiki because I think if I'm truly blocking my own senses because I'm looking for something physical,
Mhm.
maybe I can learn how to.
Open that up. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
channel that a little
Yep.
bit differently. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if that's something I can do or not.
But Dad, you remember that you've been snagged already. He had his shirt tugged.
you've
So
been how do you say Kristen?
Christened?
There you
Christened.
go.
Christened, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too late now.
I have.
That spirit, that shadow guy at the jail. Remember the last time I told you? It felt like he touched my side. It felt like my back was curling back.
Mhm.
That was the weirdest thing that's
That's
happened.
crazy.
Felt like my back was just. I was like going backwards like this. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it was trippy.
That's crazy.
And I've been touched, but I always debunk it.
You always think it's something else.
I always try to. The
Well, that's good though.
only two times I really had a hard time debunking it was the first time in the jail
Mhm.
where something literally hit me on the
Yeah.
arm. I felt that nobody was on that side of me.
Mhm.
And then in Tombstone,
Mhm. When they were messing with
when they
you.
were playing with the back of my neck.
Yep.
I mean, that wasn't just goosebumps. That was I could feel something
Yeah.
running up and down.
And it
the back of
happened
my neck.
multiple times.
Right.
It wasn't just once and you scuffed it off.
All right. Well, maybe
So-
if you put your mindset not to expect it, if that makes sense, and just kind of like exist there, you know,
Mhm.
if that kind of
Yeah.
just be there and just don't think about it too much. Don't
Well, that
try to
was-
overthink about it.
Both of those were kind of what they were doing because in the jail, it was all three of us just standing there, being quiet, sitting, waiting. And that's when the one time happened. The second time was when it was you and Kevin. You were downstairs, right? Or was it when you were upstairs still?
It was behind the stage is where it was happening.
Okay, so it was-
No, it did happen when we were downstairs.
Okay,
By
because
the
I'm like, I
poker
know that
tables
it,
and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did.
because it was
happen down
just
there.
you two and Joey, I think, that were down there. So again, you were being
Yeah.
quiet, you were listening, you were
And you know what, too? I think it is something I think we need to do at the jail because I want to try to do the investigation Thursday night before the
Mhm.
The
Paracon. Vicky already said we can have it
Yeah.
whenever the night.
cool.
But I was thinking Thursday because if we did it Friday, which I think she has other people
Another
in there,
group, yeah.
but that way we're not doing a Friday night thing and then trying to get up and do the
Yeah.
Paracon.
On Saturday.
But, I think we really, and I'm the one to talk, but do solo type things, but make
Like we did last
sure,
time,
yeah,
but-
and make sure. I mean, I know it's a little weirder for me because I'm so jumpy anyhow. I'm just that kind of person. I mean, I could be sitting right now and somebody could come behind me and I know you're there, but
Yeah.
you went boo and I jump.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that's something we need to work on a little more.
Yeah.
Say it is easier than actually doing it.
Doing
When
it.
you get into a place, especially the jail up in New Mexico,
Yeah.
that
It's so
yeah,
big.
it's just a lot of energy in it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Mhm.
a lot. So that's something I think, and that would probably help you to be by yourself and kind of clear your mind and not overthink. You know, like you're expecting something to happen.
Right.
Because if I expect something to happen, it usually don't happen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, I started taking a different approach on the last couple investigations that we did. You know, I like walking around with the recorder and the headphones on because I
Yeah.
hear a lot.
Mhm.
But then I'll just sit there, I'll close my eyes, and I'll just start taking deep breaths.
Mhm.
And then I'll just see if I feel anything or hear
Right,
yeah.
anything. You know, I try to clear my mind as
Right.
best as I know how to
Yeah.
clear my
Right, yeah, it's
mind.
hard.
You
It's
know?
very, yeah, exactly.
And just
It's hard.
hoping maybe I would feel something or hear something, you know, and
Yeah. It's
just keep doing it, I guess.
yeah, and then if you can't, because sometimes I'll work my own mind because my mind is something that's always working, and it's exhausting. But not to overthink when you're sitting there
Mhm.
by yourself because if you start overthinking, you're going to start feeling like
Everything's attacking you.
yeah, like there's something there. You know,
Yeah.
you're going to
You
feel
freak yourself
more.
out.
If there you go, you're going to freak yourself out, and you're going to like not want to do it. And only reason why I freak out because I've had all those weird experiences, so I don't want to like be by myself.
When it
And
happens.
when it happens, because it's very intense and
Yeah.
it's just it's draining and but I got to learn to do that.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why because I've had too many like those overwhelming like emotions that are
Yeah.
just like crazy.
Well, and I think even if we do that, but like you're in one jail cell and I'm one or two
There you
over,
go.
like
Yeah.
we're still close enough. So if
And that's-
something
Well,
happens,
that's what
we're
Joey.
there.
That's what Joey and I did.
Yeah.
Joey was in that area where you always had
Yeah.
that shadow guy there,
Right.
And you were
Mhm.
on the other
and
side.
I was on the other side of the wall,
Yeah.
and that seemed to work out pretty good.
It's just
But-
yeah when you experience that and you know when you
Mm-hmm.
experience that overwhelming feeling and it just it kind of
And then that freaks you out. Yeah.
Well, there's parts of that jail I wouldn't want to be in by myself.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
perfectly
Oh, yeah,
honest
yeah.
with you, and not
Yeah.
because I think something's going to happen. It's just I just get a weird feeling.
Some of
I
them
just
are
get
just-
a really weird
Right.
feeling in some of those spots.
Yeah, you know, the
So-
funny thing too is people like, you know, oh, you've been doing it for how many years? But you know what? It can still get you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if something happens, you're not expecting it, it can freak you out. So when you see people actually freak out, you know, some people overreact and some people whatever, but most of the time it's a legit freaking out because
Right.
I mean, I still do it to this
Mhm.
day. And it's like, I freak out because it's not, and I don't, you know, it looks like I'm not an actress, so I can't freak out on, you know, trying to, it's just a legit freak out, you know?
Kind of like I can't scream on it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I think I've seen, you know, the video the first time before we even went to the Doniana, when we watched your video when you were with Vinny and everybody,
That was crazy.
and you had that episode. That I mean, to this day, if I listen to that, it gives me anxiety. 'Cause
and
I can't, you know.
it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just, that was like, that was the first real overwhelming, like I've had them here and there. And when we used to go investigate, I could say someone's in here. And sure enough, we'd go in there and we'd get some kind of evidence
Yeah.
there was something in the room. And then it started going from that to that jail. That was my first really crazy. That was just crazy. And it was like, and I'm, you know, as you can in the video, I'm like screaming, get the fuck off of me,
Yeah.
you know, because it was just, I could not control. And then after the whole thing was over, I was just felt so weird inside my
Yeah.
whole body and emotions. And it was weird, but it was cool as hell though. So I always say it freaks me out.
After
but
the fact,
like
you're
a couple of
"That was
minutes later,
cool."
okay, let's go back in. And then I'm like, let's do it again.
You have to
know.
just rebuild back up.
Yeah. So
That's kind of like an adrenaline rush on a roller coaster.
It
You're
is.
scared shitless when you're
Mhm.
on it, but when you're
Mhm.
done, you're like, come on, I want to go back on
Yeah,
it
it's
again.
so good.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
it's
Just do it again.
yeah, it's the same type of feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think, for people like myself, I would like to experience that, just to see what it's like. I don't know how I would react. I can't predict how I would
Oh, yeah.
react if
No,
something
you can't
truly
predict.
happened.
Go stand
to
up
me.
where those plane parts are.
I mean, yeah, I mean, every spot's going to affect people differently. I
Differently.
mean, so
I won't expect every person differently. Like,
right.
Well, just like
So.
Darren, he hasn't really had anything happen to him until that when it was me and you in that room, and he got the
that was crazy.
Yeah,
and that was weird. Yesterday because I work for a school
Mhm.
and it was on the bus, and I swear on my life, I'm sitting there in the bus and everybody's out but one kid on the bus, but he's doing his thing or whatever. And I swear over the freaking wall, the
Walkie-talkie thing, yeah.
radio, I heard Darren.
Are you serious?
I swear on my life,
No.
I heard it.
Last night, so you know how Vinny told us to do that thing with Alexa and do that sweep or whatever, and then it said there's nothing here. So I'm sitting downstairs because you were getting ready for the show last night. So you're up here, and I told John and Wendy about it.
Right.
Just before, I'm sitting at the end of the table, and Lex is over there, and she said 3 words 3 times.
Unprompted?
Nothing. I'm sitting there literally scrolling through Facebook, not doing anything. Nobody's talking. Nobody's doing anything. She said 3 words 3 times. And it was like, and it was a creepy shadow voice. Like it was, and I was like, is that the cat? And then you
Wow.
hear it again. And so I almost got to the point to where I was going to call you. I had the phone in my hand and I was like, I'm going to call Keith. Did it 3 more times. And then the doorbell rang for Wendy and John. I was like, what the frack was that?
You sure that was Alexa?
It was right in that corner where Alexa is. It wasn't behind me. It was definitely in front of me.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah,
No
that's-
shit.
Yeah, that's
I was
weird.
like,
that's weird because I had that experience on the bus yesterday.
and this was yesterday
Yeah.
night.
But I swear.
But it was 3
hadn't told
words. I
Darren about
couldn't.
it. I hadn't even told Darren about it. Because he's going to say, Darren's going to go, it wasn't nothing. I just thought you heard. I'm like, no, I heard. Because I kept hearing this like
Like
somebody
the
was-
crinkle.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
somebody
somebody's
was
going to
trying-
talk.
Yeah. And I'm like waiting for
Waiting.
him to say something. I'm like sitting there and then Darren. I'm like,
I'd have peed myself.
like I'm like, okay, maybe I was just
Maybe somebody was calling Karen.
and then
Right?
then I started thinking about Kevin because he works for the school too.
Oh,
If
he's
he's
and
a
I'm
just
like,
stinker.
screwing with
maybe
He
he knew
would
I was on that
do
bus
it.
and he got on the radio. I'm like,
Maybe. He's a stinker like that.
That could
No,
be.
because you'd hear Darren and then you'd hear.
But he's not on the bus. Kevin doesn't use the bus.
Doesn't matter. He has IT stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
He can figure that stuff
Well, if
out.
that was you, Kevin.
You're a
It's
stinker.
on.
You're an ass.
Did you get a
You're
hold of my
dick.
Alexa too?
Right? That'd be funny.
Because that was weird. Like it freaked me out to where I was gonna I was truly gonna call you and be like, dude, are you screwing with Alexa? It was so weird.
That's really weird.
That's
That's because
And it was 3 like I
she
couldn't-
doesn't just talk for no
No,
reason.
like and it
mean,
wasn't her voice.
That's bizarre. That's freaking weird.
Oh, it was.
It was
Probably.
one of the girls, but why are they talking
Probably.
through Alexa? I mean, that's pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
That was creep. That's
It'd
creepy.
be awesome.
Weird. Right? Wouldn't it be?
It's the only way I would keep that hooker plugged in. I don't even like Alexa. I was watching a video this morning and somebody said Alexa on the video and she's
And she
like,
came
yes.
on.
I'm like, shut up, hooker.
That's funny. That's why a lot of people turn Alexa off because
You watch the TV,
stuff
you
like
watch
that
whatever.
happens.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's probably talking
Stupid.
right now downstairs.
Probably Alexa. Alexa,
Oh,
shut
man.
up.
So if you guys are just joining us, welcome to Parapalooza Fall 2021. We're kicking things off here.
Welcome.
Just our little welcome session, and we're gonna start getting ready here shortly for.
It looks like
our
you're
next
floating,
segment.
by the way.
Right? It's actually pretty cool.
How
like
did you
it.
do that with the whole green screen all together? And it
I don't
doesn't
know
like
how it came out like that.
split
'cause
apart. That's
I know because
awesome.
the other ones didn't, but
Yeah. That's cool. Although you do look like the headless horseman right now.
they're right. But there's a little surprise in that backdrop. I want you guys to look out
Mhm.
for
See who can figure it out.
this weekend. See if you see anything interesting in there.
Little surprise in the back.
Got some
A
help with
little
Papa Joey on that.
surprise.
You can't spit it out though. You can't say anything.
You have to shut up
You're
if
not
you see
allowed.
it.
I have to shut up.
Look at her now. She's looking.
I'm
She can't
looking.
see though, so she's like,
Yeah,
"Damn."
I'm kind of like, I can't see.
Well, now I'm going to really screw you up because I'm going to take it off.
Damn you.
So if you guys, you're interested in some other shows that we do, here's some of the other shows produced by RCJ Productions. We got The Truth About Beer which is on Tuesday nights. Go please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got Bios to Books, which is my dad, where he features self-published authors trying to make a name for themselves, trying to get their works out there.
Even people who have names for themselves already. He had what's her name on?
Who?
Patty Negri.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He
they
had
don't,
her
have,
on.
they don't, have, they're not really known authors.
Not
so,
for
I mean,
books though, but
but,
yeah,
Was it
she's known for other
Debbie?
things.
but he just had Deb.
Debbie or Patty?
He just had
Patty.
he just
Oh.
had Deb Branning on.
Yeah, he had her
that
on
was his
too.
Did have
last
Debbie, didn't
episode,
he? Okay.
yeah. So that it's
Not produced yet though, right?
no, it's out. It's
Oh, it's out?
live
Okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
she did a
It's-
book signing on yesterday or today.
Yeah, I
it
think,
is.
I think it was
Nice.
this weekend she's doing
In
it. So.
Scottsdale or something.
And
That's cool.
my dad's going to be out at the
Vulture City Paracon.
Thank you, Paracon, with a couple of his paranormal books that he has.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there, look up our booth and you can check out some of his books, and he will personally sign them for you.
You better watch it. You might get touched.
I know.
Don't tell him.
Don't
that,
tell him that, he won't
come. Don't say that.
God, they won't touch you, Dad. They won't. They won't even come to you.
Okay,
They're gonna leave you alone.
We'll sage you.
Then we got Paranormal Partners, which is on every other Sunday with Lindsay and myself, where we interview paranormal partners. We
Name kind of says it all.
It kind of says it all. We get kind of the more personal side of the couples.
Yes, we want to know
Um,
about the people, not necessarily what cool stuff you find.
Yeah. If you want the evidence, you watch The Truth About Beer. And
Yep.
if you want the
Background story.
the mushy and the
No, is it really mushy?
not really, but
Yeah, I'm like, we don't get into all that crap.
No,
Like,
we don't.
ew, mushy.
Yeah.
yeah, check that out. And then our latest show is Coffee Table Chronicles. It has nothing to do with paranormal, but
Nope.
it's definitely on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yep.
We talk about topics that are
Controversial, to
maybe
say
a
the
little bit,
least.
maybe a little bit uncomfortable for people to have a discussion about, but that's kind of the goal. Is we try to bring people together so we can have a discussion about it
Yeah.
with opposing views.
Stop being sensitive.
Stop being sensitive, right?
Well, you can still be sensitive,
why
but you
Wendy's
still
not-
you just have to still talk.
That's why
about
Wendy's
it.
not a guest on that show.
Yeah, she doesn't get to be. We
That
keep her
could
in the
happen.
comments.
And then Highway to Health, that's where I share my fitness journey with you guys. I haven't really done a lot on it lately.
Say,
only
how's
because,
how's that going for you?
we don't need to talk about that. But there is a YouTube channel, so we
We're
do have a
not
lot of great shows out there, guys. Please go to those channels, subscribe to the channel, share the heck out of those channels. We have some great content on all of those shows. We have a lot of fun doing it, and we hope you guys enjoy it as much as we enjoy producing them. So please go check those out. Go subscribe. We got more.
And if you're on
comments.
Rumble, rumble us.
Yes, give us a
Give us a rumble. Oh, Candace is Alexa. I hate that stupid girl.
That's awesome, Joey.
God. Miss Candace, which one are you going to be at? New Mexico
She's gonna
or
be at
Vulture City?
Vulture
City.
City. Vulture
Oh,
City.
that's
Yep.
awesome. I'm excited.
Yep.
She can teach me about the Reiki.
She's going to teach you tomorrow.
Well, she can teach me there too.
That she can do. So
Yep.
Reiki. Somebody's going to have to
Your
tell me how
dad
to say
says
it.
just once. That was enough.
yeah, for
He loved it. It was so funny because he didn't want to tell us either. Like we were sitting at dinner and he's like,
Isn't that funny how
I
they
think I need to tell you something.
they find the virgins?
Yeah.
The spirits do
Right,
mess
right,
with.
yeah.
Yep.
because they know
Yeah.
they can tell, and it's funny because I get
They're
his,
like, let's freak him out real good.
I get his point. I understand his point because you're there. You know the history. We've done paranormal investigations there. So the last thing you want to do is go, "Oh, I got touched," and make
Yeah.
it like, "Yeah, okay, yeah,
Look at
sure,
me,
you got touched."
Sure, Dad.
So that's the last thing you really want to admit. But if it truly happened, it's really cool.
Yeah.
There's people that pay to go on investigations
And that
that
doesn't
never
happen
get
too.
that experience.
Yeah.
So
But
to be
I
able to have that
also,
experience is pretty cool.
oh, she has a workshop. Yes. Candace, I'm going to have to wander over there. Okay.
There you go.
I also think it was because you guys weren't looking for it.
Right. We didn't go there to
No,
investigate. We
you
went
were,
there to
you
enjoy
guys
the
were talking
historical
about the
part of
history.
it.
You were
Right.
looking through. You
Exactly.
were looking through where the shooter came through, all that kind of stuff. Never once did you really talk about the girls. And they were like, excuse me, we're still here too.
That's
Yeah.
true. We really didn't talk
Nope,
about the
we weren't
girls
talking
until
about
we
the
went
girls at all.
downstairs.
Yep.
So
And that was
interesting.
after the fact.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so sometimes we do like to go just explore the history of things.
yeah, it was
and
so
not,
cool.
You know, it was interesting. You know, Vinny does an amazing job because his knowledge of the jail is just incredible. Every time I watch him do the
Yep.
tours and I listen to his speech, so it's not like I really learned anything new about the history of the jail,
Mm-mm.
but it was just to be on that side of it.
Yes.
You know, to actually do a tour
Yeah.
and not really be looking for ghosts.
Yeah.
You know,
You were
and
doing the tour.
I don't even think, other than the fact that we brought up paranormal to the girl who was, I can't remember the girl's name, who was giving us the
Melissa?
tour.
No idea. Michelle? No clue.
I'm sorry. I
Okay.
don't remember.
Terrible with names.
But she was great. She was really good.
She was
She had a ton
awesome.
of knowledge of the
She
jail
was
too.
so good.
And
You mean
She's the one during
no, it
it's
wasn't
not Molly. It's
No,
the one
it
during the day
was-
that does the tours.
Kelly?
No.
I can't remember her name. I don't know if Vinny's still
No,
listening.
it's the one
if he
during the
can-
day that does the tours.
But
Younger girl, really good.
phenomenal
Okay.
job. She did a
Oh,
phenomenal.
I met
amazing.
her
Like,
then.
she knew who we were, but she didn't act like she knew who, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She treated us like we were tourists.
Tourists. It was so
there trying to
good.
learn the history of it. And she was,
Carissa.
thank you, Vinny.
Thank you, Vinny.
Yeah, and the thing about that too is that jail is very active, but there's just
Mhm.
sometimes you don't get nothing, and
No.
it's all good, you know. It's
Yep.
just, and when like your dad experienced that was pretty cool because
It's awesome.
especially in the daytime.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so-
Yeah. I mean, there was a thunderstorm that day.
Yeah.
So the weather was kind of
Inky.
strange.
Lots of energy there.
So
'cause
Candace
there
says
was-
if you're not really looking for anything, it'll actually
Yep.
present itself somehow.
Yep.
And I think it's kind of what you said, hello, I'm here, because you're not talking to me.
yeah.
You're not,
Hey,
and they're used to people coming in talking to
Looking
them,
for
trying
them.
to reach out to them.
Exactly.
And then when somebody comes in and they don't, it's like,
Yeah. And you
what's
got
going on
to
here?
realize too that there's so many people going in and out of that
Right,
jail,
right.
investigating and,
Mhm.
and just people going through and listening to the history of it. I mean, they have to be like, okay, I'm exhausted. Will you people leave me alone?
Right.
And it's constant.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of decreases the energy and the activity of the spirits. They're just like,
they're just tired.
I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
We've
No,
done
it's
this
true.
so many
Well, that
times.
was when we were in New Mexico. The one day during the day when we went in there to go like readjust our cameras and everything from the night
Mm.
before, there was lots of times where I was like,
Oh,
"Did you
yeah.
hear that?
During the day. Yeah. it
Did
was
you
weird.
hear
Mhm.
what's like straight footsteps going down the hallway, like
Yep.
all sorts of stuff?" And I was like, "Are you sure there's nobody else in
Yeah,
here?
it don't have to be night.
Sure, it's just
stuff.
us."
I mean, daytime. It's just night. Is your senses are more
Yeah.
alert. at
But
night
again,
in the
we
dark.
weren't looking. We were
Exactly, and you
Right.
just
putting
like,
down
doing your
cords and
thing.
everything else. So
Exactly.
they're like, "Excuse me, hi."
You don't have the REM pod out trying to talk to me.
No,
Right.
I
What
wasn't.
are
I
you
was just
doing
trying to
here?
No,
really.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're saying
Yeah,
that.
you're like,
Yeah.
I was just really trying to tape down this cord. I wasn't really wanting you to
You're like,
brush up on me and
"Excuse
like, I was working here.
But if anybody's rewatching this and you're from Arizona and you've never been to Globe, go check Globe out. Globe and Miami.
Oh,
They're both really good towns. There's so much history there.
check
so
out
much history
AZ
there.
Paranormal Society website and you can go on a tour with us and it is so cool.
And speaking of which, if you're looking for any ghost hunting equipment,
Oh yeah.
go check out Ghost Hunters Outlet. So
Tours AZ Piers. It's right there on the bottom side.
AZ Ghost
tourazpiers.com.
Yep.
Go check that out. So cool. Some of the girls from work want to come. And I was like, you guys should 100%. I said, let me know which day you go and we'll make sure we're there.
absolutely.
So
I
so cool. I'm
totally
excited to do
recommend
the museum. Really excited.
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be
that
fun.
place, not really because of what happened, but really excited because of, it's cool. Oh, look, the dick's on.
Hi, love.
Hi. You missed the good story. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch it. We're not
Yeah.
telling you.
Well, we're going to be up with our dolls, so you can watch my dolls that I've done all the experiments in your house.
right.
You can see what's going on with them.
And on that note, yes, we are gonna cut this off so we can get set up for our next segment. We'll get you guys on with the dolls. And
Gotta get our girls set up. I'm excited. Tony and Sheree are trying to find the link, so I'm sending it to them
oh, okay.
I got
to
to go
watch.
to the little girls' room too, really fast.
That works. So here's our lineup for today. I'll actually take you guys off if you want to start getting ready.
All right.
Go pee pee.
All right. So next up, we've got Wendy and Lindsay with Haunted Dolls, followed by Super Horror Show at 2:00. So Wendy and Lindsay can be on for 2 hours with Elizabeth, Grandma Spirit Dolls, and a live investigation with the dolls right here in studio. So hang out with us, check it out, We appreciate you guys. Make sure you go subscribe. And we'll see you guys back here in a couple minutes.
Bye.
I got to find my outro here. All right, guys. We'll see you in a few.
See ya.